Hello.
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 How
How
are
are you
you? Hi, Miss Shollah Oshikanlu. How are you doing today?
doing? Good, good. And you?
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. And to our viewers out there, hello everyone. We do apologize for our technical difficulties. We are live on Instagram, live on YouTube as well, IminiWealthTV on YouTube, as well as Imini Wealth Group. Again, I do apologize for any technology difficulty. We had some few challenges with our connections, our network here, but we are live now. Hello everyone.
Mhm.
At this time, just a brief introduction. I am lolaowokoniran, and again, welcome back to Mini World TV. Thank you all for joining us this evening. If you do not mind, please kindly share and invite. We do have a new link out there on our Instagram and YouTube pages. We are live on those two pages. Welcome back to Mini World TV, your bridge to financial security and independence. We are live today on Instagram and YouTube. Thank you all for joining us today. And if you're new to our channel here on Mini World TV, we welcome you specially. Thank you for joining us. And to our returning viewers, our returning subscribers, we truly appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for your support on helping us on this channel. Now, to support us on this channel, if you're yet to do that, please kindly click the subscribe button on your screen, the like, and share this button, share this video to as many people as possible in order to get this communication, this information out to the public. So thank you again. Thank you everyone for joining us. And just to give everyone a few minutes, again, if you're just joining us, we do apologize. We did have a technical issue earlier, but we are now straight and we are good to go. We are live on social media, Instagram, and live here on YouTube. So please kindly share and invite to as many people as possible. The link is on. I'm gonna post the link on the chat to our viewers joining us. Thank you so much. Giving everyone a few minutes to join us. We do have a special guest in the house today. She is ready for us, ready and pumped up. Yeah, lots of nuggets. So please, let's take a few minutes to share, and invite. Let's make a lot of buzz on social media about today's live event. Thank you so much. Again, I do apologize for the technical difficulty, everyone. Um, so again, IminiWealth TV, we are your bridge to financial security and independence. I would love to welcome each and every one of you for joining us today. I'm gonna go ahead and share on my device because we have a new YouTube link now, so I need to send that out to my contacts, my subscribers, my viewers out there, and put it on our social media platforms. I do apologize again. We'll start up in a few minutes. We'll start up in a few minutes. In a few minutes. Yes. So thank you all so much for your patience. It is gonna be a great time tonight. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. So thank you all so much. Again, please let's continue to share. If you're yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, please click that button. It is free of charge. Click, like, share. You'll love today's session is gonna be so packed and so powerful that you would not want to miss. And get your questions ready. Yes, get your questions ready. Our guest speaker today is ready to answer all your questions, ready to get engaged with all our viewers out there tonight. Again, we are a mini world group, your bridge to financial independence and financial security. Now, we do upload weekly videos on this channel, and we do our monthly live once a month on this channel. So, to all our viewers out there, this is just a reminder for anyone who is new to this channel. That's how we upload our videos. And we also are currently, we have a reading challenge going on this year where we select one book for each month. And then we do a short book review on the book selection at the end of the month. The book for July is titled The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason. So the link is going to be in the description of this video. Again, join the Mini Wealth family to get more insightful tips about your money and your finance. You would not regret it. So at this time, I'm going to go ahead and move on to our live talk for July. So we're here today to learn how to get the best service from your event planner. You know, planning an event, a wedding, a birthday party, name it, corporate event. So whether it's a special celebration, any kind of event, you want to make sure that you have the right strategies in place to make a difference. You know, planning an event can be very overwhelming, but your dream event can become a reality only if you have the right planner, the right event planner to help you put things in order and, you know, look out for your blind spots also. So, but today we have a very special guest with us, the incredible Miss Shollah Oshikanlu, the owner of Unique Events by Shollah. Welcome, Miss Shollah Oshikanlu. She will be sharing with us expert tips on how to get the best service from your event planner and to enjoy a stress-free planning experience. Again, to all our viewers out there, please kindly like, subscribe, share this video, and leave your questions in the comment section. We'll do our very best to address them as they come in. Now, who is Miss Shollah Oshikanlu? To anyone who does not know her, she is a great woman, a passionate event planner extraordinaire, the dynamic CEO of Unique Events by Shollah, is a visionary in the world of event planning. She has over 32 years of personal experience in the industry and 17 years of leading her esteemed company. Miss Shollah brings a wealth of knowledge and expertise to every event she touches. Trust me, if you go to her website, her social media, it speaks for itself. From a young age, Shollah's fascination with event planning was sparkled by her uncle, a renowned event planner of the 90s, whose creativity and attention to detail left a lasting impression. Inspired by his artistry, Miss Shollah dove into the world of event management with a determination to create unforgettable experiences for her clients. Having orchestrated events in diverse locations globally, including London, the Caribbean, Lagos, Dubai, Spain, and France, Miss Shollah reached knows no bounds. Her love for learning and passion for creativity drives her to constantly explore new ideas and innovative approaches to event planning. At Unique Events by Shollah, Miss Shollah and her seasoned team blend meticulous planning, exquisite design, and expert coordination to bring each client's vision to life. Their commitment to excellence ensures that every detail, no matter how small, contributes to the success of the event. Clients trust Ms. Shollah Oshikanlu and her team to not just manage their events, but to elevate them to extraordinary heights, surpassing all expectation. With a keen eye of detail and a dedication to making every event seamless and unforgettable, Ms. Shola Oshinkolu stands out as a beacon of excellence in the world of event planning. The next time you attend a mesmerizing and flawless event, chances are Ms. Shola Oshinkolu and her team are the creative masterminds behind it. Now, Miss Shola Oshinkolu also she has a private life now. She is happily married to Mr. Tomiwa Oshinkolu, and together they have three beautiful, handsome looking kids. Now, without any further ado, I'd love to welcome Miss Shollah Oshikanlu. Thank you so much for being here with us, Miss Shollah. Thank you
Thank
so,
you.
so much. Your expertise in this field is unmatched, and we can't wait to dive into today's topic on how to get the best service from your event planner. Luckily we're in the summer, so there's a lot of events going on, not just in the summer, but year round.
Mhm.
So we are definitely looking forward to hearing from you today. So at this time, I would hand it over to you to take it off from here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I don't take it for granted that I'm here, that I have the opportunity to speak on this platform. I appreciate you. I appreciate your what you're giving back into this to the society and to everyone that cares to hear about wealth, about money, of course, and then also about services that we provide, like event planning in this case. And then the topic says how to get the best service from your event planner. And what I would say is, again, my name is Shollah Oshikanlu with Unique Events by Shollah. Um, to get the best out of your event planner for and anyone that cares to know, it would be first, you have to look at their style and figure out if your style matches theirs. That's number one. So number two, you make sure that you have the capability of trusting that person. Is this person trustworthy? So your event planner has to be trustworthy. So it can't, you cannot, if you go with a wishy-washy person, trust me, you're going to get that result at the end of the day. It's going to be on one thing or the other that they're just going to drop the ball. So it's very important that you're going with someone that has integrity. So, and then once they have the integrity, then you can have trust. And so you can trust them with everything. You share your vision with them, and then you trust them with the process. So another way that a lot of people do not get the best out of the event planner is where they feel like, I know how to plan events myself, or I've done this before. I have few examples on that. Oh yeah, I did plan my graduation party. I can plan my wedding. The two different things. An event planner is not a wedding planner. A wedding planner can be an event planner. So that understanding needs to be there as well. So I hear people say, "Oh yeah, I'm now an event planner." Yes, anyone can say that. That they are an event planner now, so it's okay. However, not everybody is a wedding planner. So, and also, because if you're an event planner and you don't have that skill set to be an event planner, there will be things that would, people are going to drop the ball on so many things. So, and for us, it's very important that you choose wisely the event planner that you're going with. And then once you choose, you need to trust the process, trust the person. Okay, so we see sometimes that they trust the process, but they don't trust the person, or they trust the person, but they don't trust the process. So a very good example, I had an event where, it was, we advised the person multiple times, hey, we would advise you not to do this if you're trying to serve this many people. This is the process. These are the processes to follow. But they trusted me for them to have hired me as the event planner, but they do not trust that process. So it's one, basically you have to do both. You have to trust the process, you have to trust the individual to be able to get the best out of it, and then just sit back. So I always like to compare event planners to lawyers. You don't have to have a lawyer to represent yourself, and or you can get a lawyer, or you can get a cheap lawyer, or you can get a very advanced, you know, lawyer with so many experience, basically, so many years of experiences. So basically, so what is the point of paying for a lawyer or an attorney when you can do it yourself? So you can also do that project. You can stay up at night and, you know, basically read up on all the different laws and different rules and regulations and so on and so forth, and go out there and go represent yourself. Or you can pay a lawyer, um, a lawyer that just came out of college. I'm a lawyer now. Not that they're not a lawyer, but they might still lack some experiences versus, what's it called? A lawyer that has been doing it for many years. That's the same thing with event planners. So when event planners, when you hire an event planner, you're not only hiring that individual, you're hiring that individual with all the experiences that they have. And not only are you hiring them with all the experiences that they have, you're also hiring them with all the networks that they have. So they have all these networks of people in places and everything, information basically, that you can also kind of get information from. So if you don't have that event planner, sometimes it's last minute that a lot of people find out, oh, I wish I had an event planner, or on the day of. I just pray that that's not going to be your story when you find out on the day of that you don't have an event planner, you're stressed out, so many things are going wrong, and you have no way of doing it unless you maybe take off your wedding dress and start running around, which is not possible majority of the time. So to get the best out of your event planner, you kind of have to put that. I cannot say it enough. Is the trust, basically. Trust that process, trust the individual that you're hiring. Of course, but don't just blindly choose an event planner for your event, because if you don't study them and study their pattern and find out what it is that you like about them, and whatever it is that you like about them is what should be something that will propel you into trusting them. I hope that answered your question about
Yes, it did. So I do have a question. Well, one question. And to our viewers out there, um, please, please, please kindly post your questions on the comment section, and we'll do our very best to answer any questions you might have on today's topic for Miss Shollah Oshikanlu today. Thank you again for accepting to come on Iminiworld TV to share your expertise, your knowledge, and more to come on the topic. So for an individual um who wants to do an event, how
Mhm.
should they budget their money? Before they should they have the money they need before they reach out to a planner, or should they save as they go? How should they prepare in terms of their finances?
It's best to a lot of people. Okay, let
Mhm.
me go back.
Okay, that's fine.
So a lot of people that I work with, they already have a budget and they
Okay.
already have savings. So they already have a savings. They know that they have in this event, they've saved off this amount of money.
Mhm.
Majority of the time when they come with a number, they will come up with a number. Because we ask them, what is your budget? Because there's some budgets that are just not doable, and we would
Mm,
rather not take that work.
mhm.
So we ask them, what is your budget? So the budget, we're assuming that that's the money that you've already saved up
Yes.
towards that event, for a smooth, you know,
Mm-hmm.
experience.
Yes.
So if the but so and majority of the time when they tell us this is the budget that we're working with, and we see their vision,
Mm,
sometimes the vision just doesn't match up with the budget. And then we communicate what it is that based on this vision, this is going to be the amounts needed
mm,
for to be able to make up this vision. However, if you still want to make this vision and
mm,
you have this budget, something has to give.
mm.
So it's either you're hands on, or you have someone in the family that can be hands on, or it's a lot of DIYs would have to happen with
Mhm.
that. But most people do have an account, and sometimes we do have some people that would ask me that, okay, wait, do they actually open an account? Yes. So a
Okay.
lot of people do have trusts, like for example, wedding, they will put the money in there. Like let's assuming the daughter's wedding, the
Mm-hmm.
wedding, they saving up just like college. So they're saving up towards the wedding. So and usually that's the amount that comes up as the amounts that they have as their budget. And
Mm-hmm.
then again, some, and we'll tell them if the money doesn't match or the budget doesn't match the taste, you want to
Mm-hmm.
bring the taste or you want to bring up the money. So it's one of the two, or get creative and do a lot of DIYs.
Hmm.
But
You know,
yes.
sorry to come in there. I have seen or heard instances where people actually take a loan out for their events. You know, they get a loan from a bank or from a loan shark. How has your experience been with that?
I've never had a conversation with any of my clients that actually told me that they had a loan.
Okay.
So majority, I want to say majority of my clients, they've saved up for the loan and for the
Awesome.
event.
Awesome.
I've never had any clients that actually got a loan.
Okay.
Is that possible? Yes, it is possible.
Okay.
Especially if they have in mind that is, if it's a wedding,
Mm-hmm.
some people might take on the loan,
Mm-hmm.
and but loan shark, I don't, I don't know about that. But if it's a loan, sometimes, yeah, so, or sometimes some people use credit card,
Yes.
and then pay up the credit card as they go. But if that happens, our encouragement would be to focus on getting that money paid off as soon as possible.
Okay.
Hmm.
So another question I have. So what are the key elements
Hmm.
that clients should pass across to an event planner when they make that when they make that first contact with a planner?
Very good question. Their budget,
Okay.
that's number one. Number two is the actual vision. And what I also see is the vision, when it changes,
Mm-hmm.
becomes expensive.
Hmm.
If you're going within the original vision and you're sure of that vision
Okay.
and you're not going to change it, it becomes a lot easier for the planner to help.
Okay.
Mhm. So, but what we've seen is sometimes I actually tell my clients, I'll tell them, okay, well, it's time to get off Pinterest. So you have a clear understanding of what it is that you want. Now Pinterest is no longer your friend. Because
Good.
if we have to, yeah, if we have to change this element, it's going to cost you money. If we have to add this element, it's going to cost you money. And I get it when a lot of people would say, why is it expensive when it says wedding? So wedding, the liability is more. Yeah,
Hmm.
event liabilities are high, but
Mm-hmm.
for weddings, multiply the liabilities by maybe 10 times.
Hmm.
So some people would tell you they don't do weddings because they
Got
don't
it.
want that liability. Some would
Got
say, oh yeah, we can, we don't mind taking weddings, but then it's not going to be cheap because the insurance is not cheap.
it. Yep.
So but that's the reason why majority of the time, so they have to plan, they have to hire more people, so it's just a lot of logistics that they have to put into consideration, especially when it comes to wedding.
Got it.
So yeah, so we're just event planners, wedding planners, event vendors are just not pulling out numbers
Uh-huh.
and figures out of our heads just because we want to punish vendors. I mean, clients. No, that's not the goal. That's not the goal. So if something is cheap, trust me, there's
Mhm.
something behind it. And then they have an alternative. There are always alternatives to everything. you
Okay.
know so you'll see, for example, you'll see some chairs that will break at event, and then the clients will fall or a guest will fall, and then the same kind of the same type of chair, or maybe the same design, is more solid and than the cheap one that is making guests fall.
Hmm.
So, oh, but yeah, I'm able to rent shibari chairs for $3.50. Why is your own $5? It is what it is. It's $5 because number one, shibari chairs are different from Chevari chairs. Yeah, they're both called Chevari chairs. They look like Chevari chairs, but one is very flimsy and the other one is not. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so some Shibari chairs are even $8, some are $15 per chair.
The chair.
So,
Wow.
so does is it gonna have a pad? Is it not gonna have a pad? When they deliver, when they deliver it, are they setting it up or they're not setting it up? So we did a wedding. Actually, my team went to go handle that wedding, and the wedding happens to be out of state. So the chairs that they booked, what's it called? The vendor brought the chairs. Most likely it was cheap. The vendors brought the chairs and left the chairs
Wow.
on and without setting them up. 250 chairs.
Whoa.
Yes. And we were coordinating that wedding. My goodness, my team had to they had to get creative. They were setting up chairs, which is something that we don't normally do.
Wow.
So they were setting up chairs right there, at 250 chairs.
Hmm.
Okay. Probably they must have paid maybe $3.50. If you pay $8, they will set it up.
Mm-hmm.
So you get
Yeah.
what you pay for.
Mm-hmm.
So and so we tell people all the time there are different grades. Just like if you're buying anything from even China, they have
Hmm.
different grades.
Hmm.
They have the one that you use once and it breaks, and then they have the one that you can use multiple times.
Hmm.
So, you know,
Yeah. You get what you pay for. You
you
definitely do. So let me ask you, because I hear when you talk about event planners, we hear event planner in terms of title. You hear party planners, you hear decorators, you hear, the name is usually used interchangeably across all cultures, all ethnicities. So for event planning, what does it entail exactly? Are you in charge of, from the food to the makeup to the hall? Do all the vendors come from you? Do you outsource them? Or how exactly how does it work?
Okay, good question. So, with event planning, wedding
Mhm.
planning, party planning, and like I said earlier on, a wedding planner can be an event planner. An event planner can does not necessarily mean wedding planner. So, those ones are very different. You know, just like because weddings are different from regular events.
Mhm.
However, with event planning, it also depends on the package that you have.
Mhm.
So there are different packages within event planning. So you could be an event planner that is handling full planning. You
Mm.
could be an event planner that is doing partial planning. It
Okay.
could be the event planner that is just doing day of coordination or month of coordination. So, and I'm going to go from the day of coordination. The day of coordination is actually basically supposed to get information about the day of the event, put everything together, and
Mhm.
then come in on that day and do your event. So they don't get involved until a few weeks before the event, the actual event. So that means you've already planned your event, then
Mhm.
they take it on from you. So whatever it is that you plan is what you're basically going to be getting unless you listen to them. Some day of coordinators would give you advice based on what it is that you're delivering to them. So,
Okay.
like for example, if we're booked for day of coordination, we would tell you, like we would look for flaws. My goodness, there's a flaws here and whatever it is that you've planned. But some people don't want to change it
Mm.
because the first reason why they decided to go with a day of coordinator versus event full planning is because they're trying to save money.
Hmm.
The suggestions that you're bringing up are going to cost money. They don't want that. So yeah, so that's one thing that I've noticed about day of coordination
Okay.
versus clients that would book you for full planning. Okay.
Okay.
So, and then the month of coordination, you come in on the month of the month before the event.
Mhm.
You start communicating with the vendors. You contact the vendors. You make sure that everything is set and put together. You
Mhm.
help them from that day on, 1 month before the event, and help them with everything else that is remaining, leading towards it.
Okay.
Hopefully, very few things will be remaining at that time.
Mm. Okay.
If you have a lot remaining, then there's
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
because then that's like crunch time.
Yes.
So crunch time, you have so many things to plan,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
you're working tirelessly. Some people would take on that work, some would, happily turn them down.
Got it.
If you have not done, for example, if I have a client that's asking me for a month of coordination package
Mm-hmm.
and they have not booked multiple vendors,
Mm-hmm. Hands up.
hands off, unless you want to do the planning package. I am not doing month of coordination and having to do all this work. It's not worth it. So hands off at that moment,
Mm.
because a lot of people also feel like I can plan. I'm a project manager.
Mm, 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 mm,
What's the big deal? I can plan.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Of course, everybody, we can all plan. If you're a mother, you can plan. You can be an event planner.
True.
If you're a
True.
wife, you can be an event planner. You
True.
don't have to be a mother. As a wife, you can be an event planner. You're planning all that. But
Mm-hmm.
trust me, if you don't know the trouble areas and problematic areas, you're going to have some hiccups.
Yes, that
It's
is true.
guaranteed.
It's true.
So
It's true.
basically you can, and we tell people all the time that it's from experience. I'm still learning.
Mm-hmm.
Still learning. I want to say that I have years of experience. I've seen it all. But then
Mm.
at the same time, some things will come to my table. I'll be like, wow, this is new.
We all go through it. Trust me, you're not
Wow,
alone.
this is new.
Yes. Thank you so much for those great points. We have a couple of questions in the chat. I'm gonna go ahead and highlight them. So Apex Group is asking, what's the difference between an event planner and event coordinator, and which one is preferred and why?
Okay, so event planner, I didn't finish the previous. So event coordinator would take on the work, what's it called, the events that you've already planned. A
Okay.
coordinator would take it on and coordinate on the day of the event.
Okay.
That's an event coordinator. An event planner will curate the whole event
Mm.
from start to finish. They will plan everything, and then they will coordinate on the day of. So coordination is included in the event planning package. However, event planning is not included in a coordination package. So
Okay.
the event, which one is preferred?
Mm-hmm.
Event planning is preferred. I have some planners that would never take coordination job, like day of coordination. They will not take it because it's always very, very, very messy sometimes.
Mm.
So
Mm-hmm.
they've planned it, they didn't think about it. So I've planned it, I've booked vendors.
Mm-hmm.
Booking vendors
Mm-hmm.
is just 1%
Mm.
of event planning.
That's true.
1%, just one task
Mm.
out of numerous tasks for planning an event.
Mm.
So and people get it wrong. Oh yeah, I booked a vendor, I booked a. So when it's time for you to communicate your needs to to those vendors, you have nothing to say. You don't know
Mm.
what to say. You don't know how to manage it. You don't know
Mm.
how to manage the process. You just don't know what you don't know.
Yep. You don't know.
So so you just don't know what you don't know. I have a bride. If she wants to book a vendor, like a
Mm-hmm.
vendor of her choice, not my choice,
Mm-hmm.
she will get the vendor on the phone and have me ask questions, which I appreciate. Like, wow, that's the level of trust that she has in our work. You know,
Okay.
some people will just go and book. I've booked this person.
Mm-hmm.
Here's their information.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this person is cheap. I want to know why they're cheaper than others. If I have a DJ that is charging, let's say $100. I know no DJ charges $100, so I'm not going to put out the amounts that DJs.
Mm-hmm.
If the DJ is charging $100, this particular DJ is charging 100, and the average cost for DJs is $300. I want to know why that person is charging $100.
Yep. You want to check that.
Yeah. Is it because they're new into the industry? Is
Mm-hmm.
it the equipment? It's just so many things that you just have to know. But what kind of equipment do they have? How many hours are they going to be there?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't read contracts. So the
Yep.
contract might say, well, I would only deliver a 2 minutes video for your wedding. Oh, that videographer is cheap. He's only charging me $1,000.
Because it's 2 minutes.
You're only gonna get 2 minutes
Yeah.
real. Yeah, that's why they're cheap. And
Oh
then
boy.
after the event, you're like, oh, wait a minute. Why am I only getting 2 minutes? Oh, that vendor is bad. No, you
That's what
didn't
you
read
paid
the
for.
contract. You're getting what you paid for. You did
Yeah.
not read the contract. But when you get an event planner, the event planner is supposed to read all contracts,
Look at that.
not some contract, all contracts. And sometimes when you read the contract, even if you've worked with the vendor before, the vendor might have changed, modified part of the contract. You're supposed to read it over again.
Hmm. Okay. So for all you aspiring event planners out there, DIYs,
I know.
hint, hint,
Hint,
hint,
hint.
hint.
Read contracts.
So, Mr. Alexia has a question here. Thank you so much for sharing that. But I think you've answered her question here. As the event planner, do you use the vendor's event planner or the client or your clients do? So yeah, I believe
You
you
use the
addressed that question.
vendors or your clients do.
Yeah. So I think she meant as the event planner, do your clients go with your own preferred vendors or you go with your clients' vendors?
We do both, even though we encourage them,
Okay.
especially for catering.
Okay.
Catering, we've had so many issues with catering.
Hmm.
Encourage them to use our preferred vendors.
Okay.
We've seen it all with caterers.
Okay.
So bad. But so if you're coming with your own caterer that we've never worked with before, or the person is not, or we've worked with them, but we just don't like their work because of one thing or the other that they did at an event, and you choose to go with them, we write you a disclaimer. That's another thing that we do. So you're taking on that responsibility and the liability that comes with it.
Mm, great.
So we push it back to the client to take on that liability.
You guys do a lot.
No, if, if it's not a passion, you cannot
Uh-huh.
do it for money.
You do a lot.
You
Wow.
cannot do it for money. It's a lot.
It's a lot. I know event plan. I mean, I know of event planning, but I never understood the details that go, for those big events,
Mhm.
the behind the scenes. So,
Mhm.
but going back to the vendors, and I want you to help us more in the negotiation with vendors because that could be very tricky.
Mhm.
So, what tips do you have for our viewers to get the best deals on how to create, a win-win situation, or what are the practices that you ideally use for your clients? Yep.
Okay, very good. First, a lot of negotiation that people consider to be a negotiation is always a win-lose. You
Mm.
want to win, and then they expect the other person to lose.
Hmm.
It doesn't work that way. In the industry, everybody kind of knows. First, it's in America, negotiation has to be a win-win.
Yep.
If it's a win-lose, you think you're winning and they're losing, but trust me, they're going to switch it around for you,
Hmm.
or they will not take that work. So ensure that it's a win-win. Ensure that the person, the vendor that
Mhm.
you are negotiating with feels comfortable with that amount.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Feel comfortable with that amount. And then after negotiating with the vendor, make sure you check their contracts because the contract might have been modified.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
So,
Mm.
for example, I'm talking to a videographer, and another thing is a lot of people will say, "Oh, you don't," some I've heard some clients of mine would say, "Shollah, you don't negotiate." I do, first of all, before you get into my vendor list, preferred vendor, I would have
Mhm.
negotiated with you.
Hmm.
Number one, if I find out that your price is more expensive, I mean, the amount that you're giving my client is more expensive than the amounts that you're offering to other people, I'm going to take you off the preferred vendor list.
Okay.
If I find out that your price is not stable, that means sometimes you offer $100 and sometimes you offer 200, sometimes you offer
Mhm.
150,
Mhm.
sometimes you do it for $50
Mhm.
because you're desperate for work, I take you off my preferred vendor list.
Got it.
I need consistency, I need professionalism.
Mm. Amen.
So and this negotiation part is something that I'm very, very passionate about. Like I said, I would have already negotiated before they become a preferred vendor,
Hmm.
so I know that they're consistent on their pricing. You're gonna get their price and they would not charge you based on the fact that, let's say, you're a doctor.
Mm.
But it's
Mm.
doing that. We Our price is our price.
Hmm.
Because if you go to McDonald's to buy burger, they're not gonna be like, oh, because you brought a Rolls Royce, I'm gonna
Mhm.
charge you more
Mhm. Mhm.
than the person that brought a Volkswagen bug. The price of the burger is the price of the burger. So if you
Mhm.
can give that to my clients, I would
Mhm.
not use you as a vendor. Okay. So we have that understanding.
Hmm.
And I also want my vendors to feel comfortable with what it is that they're signing up for because I'm going to be pulling them. I would
Mhm.
expect what if their service is supposed to be this and this. I'm
Mhm.
reading the contract for number one. Number two, I am holding them responsible for everything that they stated on the contract.
Got it.
I'm not expecting it to be cheap.
Mhm.
No, no, no. I'm not expecting it to be cheap. I'm expecting quality.
Hmm.
And that's what I'm standing for. I'm standing for quality versus quantity.
Mhm.
Okay, so yeah, yeah. So if you're saying cheap,
Mhm.
if you're giving me a cheap price, let me know what is it that I'm taking. What is it that you're taking out?
Mm.
What is it that I'm missing?
Mm. You question it.
I question it. I question it immediately.
Mm.
I've booked a balloon garland for a client before. I,
Mhm.
it's on the request that we sent to them, 8 feet, 8 feet long.
Mhm.
She got there and did 4 feet.
Hey.
I said, "Excuse me, excuse me, please. If this is supposed to be an 8 feet, this is too small. It's too small of a garland. I'm not gonna accept this." Oh, I didn't realize that it was 8 feet. That was no. You wrote the contract. We
Mm.
read. We
Mm.
agreed to it. We paid you the amount. You told us you were going to charge this amount, and we paid that amount. So what is this? Oh, I'm just going to do it this time and do what you got to do. But what you signed up for is what you're going to be delivering.
Hmm.
So with someone like that, that
Mhm.
person, yes, they gave us the 8 feet. They're
Hmm.
also be looking for how other ways to be able to make that money back.
Hmm. Hmm. Thank you, Eunice. I like that. Yep.
So
Those are excellent points. Thank you so much, Miss Shola.
no problem.
Wow, wow, wow. She's dropping the nuggets, guys. I told you, over 17 years of experience in event planning. It's no joke. It's
Actually,
no joke.
talking about over 17 years, the first wedding we did in America was 23 years ago.
Look at that.
Yes,
It's over
August
two
4th.
decades.
So yes.
Over 2 decades.
Uh-huh.
How
And prior to that, we've been thank you, Eunice. And prior to that, we've been in the event industry through the help of my uncle.
that's
So yeah.
excellent. Wow. You do truly have the passion for it because I mean, talking about the vendor with the balloon garland, how you because you also have to compose yourself and be respectful,
Mhm.
be able to have an adult civil conversation with this, with these vendors so that you get the job done, you
Yeah.
know. So as a company, do you have any insurance coverage in case of liability. I'm asking for all you interested, aspiring event planners out there. You know, that's one question I want to ask. And then, what advice would you give to any startup, small business looking to starting event planning, for anyone out there? How should they? What's your, from your over decades of experience? What would you advise them? How would you advise them to go about it? What should they look out for?
Okay,
Yeah.
good questions. The first one is, do we have insurance? Yes, we
Okay.
have insurance. A lot to learn from the thank you. Our insurance coverage is very, very, very high. I'm not the type that would overlook insurance.
Okay.
I don't do
Excellent.
that.
Excellent.
I don't, I try not to overlook anything anyway. Anyway, so but our insurance is very expensive, and I want to say over $1,000 on a monthly basis is what I pay
Hmm.
for the business insurance.
Okay.
And so I would recommend the starters, please put that into consideration. Get insurance, number one. Number two, for the new starters, you're welcome. We need more. We need more event planners. We need more wedding planners. You're welcome. I would say find yourself a mentor.
Hmm.
Be under someone
Okay.
first.
Okay.
Learn.
Hmm.
Learn because, for example, things would happen sometimes at an event, and
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, thank God for experience.
Hmm.
Because for a second, I'll be like, what in the world just happened to me?
Hmm.
So learn from people, have a mentor. I still have a mentor. I have a mentor that I look up to. I have mentors actually that I talk to.
Hmm.
I don't know it all. My uncle that I learned from, he still mentors me. I'm going to send this to him. And, he still mentors me. If I feel like I don't know how to handle something, I still
Mm-hmm.
go to him. So find yourself a mentor. Find out, ask yourself, why am I doing this? If it's because of the money, trust me, you want to rethink it.
Hmm.
You want to rethink it. Just like people like decorators would tell you, oh, that person is making a lot of money. Trust me, decorators have so many expenses.
Hmm.
Why is she charging me $50 for a vase? How much are they even selling the vase?
Yeah.
Okay.
We
After
all
she's
do that.
done with that event, she has to store it somewhere.
Hmm.
Storage fee is high.
Hmm.
Sometimes that vase might not even make it to the storage. It might break after the first event. So you have to account for that. You have to account for so many things. So sometimes I would say, with the decor, you just also have to have passion.
Hmm.
So anyone doing decoration, anyone doing event planning,
Mm-hmm.
I salute you all. It's not easy. We don't get enough credit.
Very
We'll do
true.
decoration for some people. They will never even call to say, oh, thank you. Oh, I paid her. It's that attitude. I paid her. Okay. Yes, you did. But you don't want to know what actually went into it, especially if they did a good job. Give them
Yeah.
the kudos, thumbs up, because
Yeah.
it's a lot for any given event. So, and that's what I say, that if you're not passionate about being an event planner or decorator or even photography, goodness gracious, I don't know how they do it. And I will tell you, for decor,
Okay.
the start of days before the event, no matter how small the event is. You
Mm-hmm.
start up days before to start packing. You do your logistics planning. You start putting things, okay, what do I need? What do I need? What do I need? Because if you forget it, you have to come back. And that time might not, you might not have that time. So
Yeah.
you have to write everything down.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from writing everything down that you need, then you now have to go to the storage or the warehouse to go pull those things out a
Mm-hmm.
day before or 2 days before. And then
Mm-hmm.
you load the truck. And then when you get to the venue space, you unload that truck.
Oof.
After unloading the truck, then you load it inside the venue space. And then you start bringing everything out one by one. If the things that you have to clean, you clean it and you put it on the table. The ones that you have to wash, you wash and place it down. The ones that you have to dust, whatever it is that you have to do. Then you place it down. Then, then you come back at night,
Mm.
start putting them back into their boxes.
Okay.
And after putting them back into their boxes, you load them towards the van, and you load the van. After loading the van, then you offload at the storage at the warehouse. And
Hmm.
after offloading at the storage and warehouse, then you load them back into the storage of the warehouse.
And all this is going on, and the clients are already in bed.
And
They
so
forgot
tell me,
about it. What did you say?
I said, so now tell me, where's the money?
Hmm.
Oh no, I want to pay $5,000. I'm
Hmm.
sorry,
Hmm.
so not worth my time.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, then event planning is so not for the faint-hearted.
It's not.
Yeah, event planner. I sent a text message for event planner, for instance, for all the event planners out there. Kudos to you all. I sent a text message to one of the vendors yesterday.
Mhm.
I know we're very mindful of time, and he called me at 11 something p.m. about an event. First, we don't sleep. That's another thing. We're not sleeping. I have a wedding coming up in the next 2 weeks.
Mhm.
I can't sleep. Right now, I'm in that phase. I cannot sleep. It's that wedding that I'm thinking about.
Wow.
24.
Hmm.
Normally, I would have worn my wig and make video on this. I can't. I have lost my hair, but it's okay. It's okay. It's just the end result that matters.
Wow. Thank you so
So,
much.
yeah. So those are the things that that we do that
Wow.
people don't see, that they don't put into consideration.
Excellent points. This, I mean, I'm I'm happy with everything I'm hearing. I don't know about all you viewers, but please let us appreciate Miss Shollah Oshikanlu. I mean, with everything she has been sharing, from her life experience to her expertise to the tips, from a starter, I mean, name it, to a client's point of view. Thank you so much.
Thank
Now,
you.
I have one or two more questions, and if you have any questions to our viewers there, please again post it on the chat. Please do give this video a thumbs up. Share to as many people as possible to view this video on our channel. Now, I want to ask, from the professional angle of things, educational for the startups, do they need to go to college or get any certification to, to boost their credibility in the industry?
Well, they don't. I would recommend that they do.
Okay.
Um, so, for example, even with the experiences that I've had, I
Hmm.
actually took a course at Emory University. They had a course, and they have
Okay.
it now. So whoever is interested can take the course. I paid about $3,500 then, many years ago, but it's now available, so you can take the course. Even though the course does not tell you everything, but then you start to think differently. You start to think like a true event planner, because a lot of people come in. I'm an event planner. I'm able to put a
Hmm.
party, what's it called, house party together. I'm able to do this. You start to think like an event planner,
Hmm.
truly. So those are the courses that would help. And like I said, mentorship program.
Hmm.
Get under someone. You cannot know it all. You
Yeah.
know, humility is very important as well in this industry. Make
Yes.
yourself humble. Work under some people. I have mentors that I work under. So do that. And then of course, whatever, any books that come up, any articles on event planning, things, issues. I want to read everything. I want to see how they resolved it.
Hmm.
What was the issue? How was this? What was the solution? So any platform that you're able to get that, you want to just get it, connect yourself into it. And conferences, go for conferences. I don't go for conferences
Mm.
because I don't have time, but I encourage people to go for conferences. um,
Awesome.
you know just
Yeah.
basically join a community that can help.
That those are great points. Now, on a personal note,
Yes.
you are a CEO, a mother, and I know you wear so many other hats. Where do you find time to rest out of your busy schedule? Where does Miss Shollah Oshikanlu have her me time to
What is
regroup?
that?
To
What is that? Even on vacation, I answer my clients.
wow.
So, but what I do is I schedule time to talk
Mhm.
to each client.
Okay.
So I can figure out the time that I have. So, like
Hmm.
for example, today I didn't have any meeting because of this one. I cleared out my calendar, and I'm still taking calls. I'm still available, but and I'm still thinking about my upcoming events and but then it's still my me time for me to go into the kitchen. Not that I like to cook, but to to cook anytime that I have, so but then the good thing is my husband is also a very understanding husband. So
Awesome.
but sometimes he would drop that understanding and be like, I must eat my wife's food. So, and when that happens, I drop whatever it is that I'm doing, and then I do this. So, but work-life balance for me is
Hmm.
actually when I do events, is it gives me the work-life balance as much as possible. And then when I feel like, okay, it's time for me to take a break,
Hmm.
I stop everything that I am doing. I
Hmm.
take a break, and then the good thing is, shout out to all my clients. They respect that time, and they will be like, "Shola, enjoy it. I'm not gonna call you. I'm not gonna send you a message. When you return, we can take it. We can start from where we stopped." So these are also very professional people anyway. So we work with a lot of professionals. So they're very sweet to us, and thank God for that. Knock on wood, they're not going to
Yep.
change.
Amen.
So knocking on that wood very well. So we love them, we appreciate them, and then it also comes with, we don't take just any clients.
Right. Okay.
So so we have the people that we want to work with,
Hmm.
people that want to work with us, and then we also want to work with, like, are we going to be a good fit?
Hmm.
So as an event planner, you need to be able to ask that, do you think I'm a good fit? When you feel like, okay, there's a gap,
Hmm.
based on what I've told you, do you think I'm a good fit for you? Do you think
Hmm.
I would be a good an event planner for your events?
Hmm.
So you need to be able to turn some jobs down. Not all jobs are going to be yours. If you
Hmm.
feel like you're not going to be a good fit for the quality not to drop,
Hmm.
you're better off to drop it versus taking it and drop the quality.
Yeah, that's true. One more question from our audience. Again, for anyone out there, please, 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 let's give Miss Shola Oshinkolu some nuggets, claps, show her some love out there. Let us appreciate her for being here with us tonight. Um, Miss Alexa is asking if you have a mentorship program.
I do mentor a lot of people,
Okay.
but I don't have anything structured at the moment. I'm working on having it structured. However, I mentor a lot of people right now. And I was telling Miss Lola earlier on that my mentors, they tend to know my me time and the right time to contact me, which is early in the morning or late at night. And they would reach out to me during my me time. And because I enjoy doing it, I'm able to pour myself out to them and mentor them. And then they always come with so many questions. They will come with a list of questions, and then I'm answering the questions. And then they also sometimes will come to my events and, just come and
Help out.
help out and see how I'm handling things and see how I'm making decisions, because you have to be able to make decisions in seconds.
Mm,
So what's it called? So yeah, so that's the mentorship program that I have right now, but I want to make it very structured so it can represent myself and represent the company and what we stand for.
That's great. Thank you
Thanks.
so much. Thank you so much.
Thank
Um,
you.
Now, to wrap it up tonight, do you have any, final words for tonight, to your clients, to the viewers out there? Any last minute nuggets that just came up to mind you want to share before we
Uh,
wrap
sh- Sure. To all our clients out there, the ones that we're currently working with, the ones that we're going to work with in the future, and then the
Yep.
ones that we've worked with in the past, we say thank you. We appreciate you. We love you. And then for everyone else that are watching, thank you so much for your time. Time is money. So thank you for connecting. Thank you for watching this because you could choose to do something else. The
Mhm.
fact that you're here and listening to us, we are very, very grateful. I try as much as possible to be very, very grateful on everything, on every angle, and every situation and circumstances that I find myself. So finding myself here, I do not take it for granted. Thank you, Miss Lola, for having me, and everyone watching and everyone that will be watching this. Thank you so much, and support and follow Miss Lola's channel. We're all going to be benefiting a lot from it. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ms. Shollah. Thank you all for joining us tonight on IminiWealth TV. It's been an awesome time. And a special, special, special thanks. Let's give her some heart shapes in the comments. Let's give this video lots of likes. And if you're yet to subscribe, please do well to subscribe. Special, special thanks to you, Miss Shollah Oshikanlu, for
Yeah.
honoring our invitation as a special guest here for our July live event on IminiWealth TV, and for sharing your secrets, your experiences. You poured it all on event planning. Thank you for not holding back.
Mhm.
This has been incredibly insightful. Now, for all our viewers out there, please make sure to follow and contact Unique Events by Shollah to help plan your next event. On the bottom of your screen, you see the line, the statements lining up and rolling up there. That's her contact information. And at the description of this video, I will do my very best to also include her social media handles, website, every means of contact that you can contact her
Yes.
for your event. So go out there, check out her past work, her current work. It speaks for itself, even without her saying too much.
Mhm.
A woman of excellence, a woman of integrity all the way. I've known her, for some time. I can proudly
Yes.
say for over, not up to a decade, but yeah. So, the contact information will be in the description of this video. To our viewers, we hope you found this discussion very helpful and inspiring. If you did, please leave a comment in the comment section of this video. Would love to hear from you. We hope to hear more from you and to know your thoughts on this topic. And if there's any other topics that are out there that you love for us to bring on another guest speaker, or to even hopefully bring Miss Shollah Oshikanlu back up again. If there's any other topic, please, please, please send me a comment out there. Now, for those who missed out the earlier part of this live event, this recording will be available on our YouTube channel shortly after we sign off tonight. Again, to everyone out there, thank you all so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our future content. And to everyone, and to Miss Shollah Oshikanlu, with a grateful heart, I want to say a big thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much. All right.
Have a great evening, everyone. And thank you for being part of the IminiWealth TV community. Until next time, take care and stay financially empowered. Bye for now, guys.